Novi Arbat, often said to be the Las Vegas Strip of Russia. Well, Vegas has its MGM Grand and Moscow the Arbat Fight Club. And just like the Grand, one of boxing's global meccas, Moscow's premier kickboxing location has also hosted the cream of the global fight game. 8 years on from when the doors first opened, that tradition is continuing. On tonight's card, a world championship title was at stake. But in order to raise aloft the WBKF, or World Bars Kickboxing Federation super middleweight belt, 4 fighters would have to face off first in a semi-final bout and then a decider. Both clashes 3 by 3 minute rounds. Now, first up on the canvas were Frenchman Xavier Milsan and reigning champion Vladimir Turin of Russia. Milsan had been dominant in France for some years in the minus 76 kilogram category, but Turin was fast establishing himself as a fan favourite with his all-or-nothing style and ego to match. And the man known as the woodcutter certainly wasted little time in hacking his opponent down to size. Twice the French national low-kick champion was floored in the first. Milsan battling gamely to see out the 3 minutes, but the sheer power of his opponent meant the second round was looking ominous indeed. And thus it transpired, Turin knocking out the challenger just a few seconds after the bell to book his place in the final. The other semi was an altogether tighter affair. Kyrgyzstan's Alan Ofoyo and Sergei Stoyanov, representing Moldova, taking their time to get to know each other. This one went the distance with very little to choose between the black Kyrgyz and the gold lion, but in the end Stoyanov's combinations earned him the points victory and a shot at the champ. And right before the world title clash, we managed to catch up with the casino's fight director, who said he was proud of his club's legacy.
We are 8 years old now. We have held over 1,300 fights so far, thus inspiring many fight clubs all over the country to grow and develop. I'm glad this sport is getting more and more professional in Russia, as well as our fighters gaining skills and experience to earn good money doing their job.
And so to the big one, Turin would start as favourite considering his demolition job earlier in the evening. But the patient Stoyanov had won the WBKF crown himself 3 years ago and had fought Turin enough times to know what to expect. Now, the opening period wasn't pretty, with both men connecting solidly with their efforts. A cagey second followed every time it looked as the Turin had the Moldovans measure. Stoyanov showed his resolve to get the crowd cheering for more. The third and final round followed a similar pattern, and by the time the bell rang out, the result was far from clear. In the end, it went to the holder on a split decision, a visibly delighted Turin getting one over his old foe.
Sergei
Stoyanov is a very good fighter. He's well known in Russia, and I knew it would be a very tough bout, so I'm proud of beating him.
A fitting way to end a fine show. The casino owners over the moon with their full house, and the punters happy to sit back and digest their expensive nosh, watching some top-class kickboxing. So another action-packed night on the Arbat, some big hits, some even bigger bets, and at the end of it we've got a tough champion retaining his belt. As for me, well, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. Ewan O'Neill, Russia Today.